Hi, if you are watching this video, that means you're about to sign the exclusive buyer brokerage agreement. So you're wondering, why do I have to sign an agreement? I just want to buy a house. Well, of course, you will have to sign an agreement. Why? Because I want to make sure, or shall I say, Keller Williams wants to make sure you are protected and aware of what you're getting into in terms of using a realtor. So let's get started. Number one is parties. Parties means you, the buyer or buyers, is going to be under a contract with Keller Williams Gainesville Realty Partners. They are the broker. Even though I'm your realtor, you're technically working with Keller Williams. Number two, the term. That's the amount of time we will be under contract. We normally do a 6-month minimum and up to a year depending on the type of property we are looking for. Number three, type of property and location. This just gives us an idea of what we're looking for, whether it's a single family home, a townhome, or a condo, and then location is whether it's a specific city, town, or county. We want to put in a location. Number four, that's a list of all the obligations the broker has for you. And then number five, this is a list of all the obligations you have for the broker. It's important that you read through this so that you understand what is expected of both the broker and what is expected of you. Number six, retainer. There is none. You do not have to pay us to use us up front. Number seven, compensation. Okay, this is important because this is exactly why we have a buyer's agreement. You, the buyer, are going to be paying us a commission of 3% if the seller or the seller's broker does not. And the good news is, about 99% of the time, the seller or the seller's broker will pay the full compensation that we are requesting. Now, for whatever reason, the seller or the seller's broker does not pay the full commission, I will negotiate with the seller's agent to do so, and then we try to work it out first. I have yet to ask my buyers to pay my commission. So this is why there's an agreement. You need to be aware that there is a compensation and how much. The only other fee, which would go in this little area here with the dollar sign, it's going to say $245. And that is the Keller Williams transaction fee. And what all that means is that somebody's on the back end doing all the paperwork to make sure the transaction gets through smoothly. Next, additional fees. There are none, unless there's something special that I need to do ahead of time. I would let you know, but we rarely use this box. 8, protection period. If you are unhappy with our services, which I doubt you will be, but if you wanted to leave, we have the right to have our compensation for the commission up to 60 days after you terminate. So I don't see that being a problem, but you need to understand there is a protection period for our commissions. Number 9, termination and termination fee. There is none. If you cancel, we will not charge you for it. Number 10, this is the paragraph that just says, hey, this has gone down pretty bad, and here are your rights and what you can do in terms of taking legal action. Number 11, this is the assignment of people. So basically it says broker may assign this agreement to another broker. All that means is that for whatever reason, if KW cannot handle this transaction, they have the right to give this to another broker. Number 12, brokerage relationship. That basically tells you about the brokerage and their relationship with you. Number 13, other terms. Rarely do we have other terms. Sometimes it gets complicated with farm or land properties, and that might require certain terms during the purchase. And then number 14 is acknowledgement modifications, and then we have the signatures, and at the bottom of each page you'll notice there's an initial box for up to 2 buyers, and if we have 3 we add 1, and then over here this is where I would sign. So that is the buyer's broker agreement. And this is required before we start looking, and it also says I want to work with you, Keller Williams, Gainesville Realty Partners.